Sterling High School. We'll get ready here for the boys' game. The Fort Morgan starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill Beef. Cargill Beef is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. So starting tonight for the Fort Morgan Mustangs. See, I'm missing one here. Is senior 6'3" senior T.J. Bauer, 5'10" junior Nate Gertner, 6' sophomore Tate Kimball, 6'4" senior Joey Snyder, and 6'2" senior Eric Kimball. So as they introduce the Sterling basketball. So Fort Morgan comes in after that very impressive win the other night against Stanley Lake. Eric Kimball led the way with 36 points. He was also 11 of 13 from the free throw line. So we'll see how we. That's an awful high bar to set for yourself for the first game of the season when you come out and score 36 points. So we'll see if he comes out and continues that, and I think he probably will. So we'll go against these Sterling Tigers, a longtime foe of the Fort Morgan Mustangs that they used to be in the Tri-Valley League. So Joey Snyder wins the tip, gets it to Eric Kimball. Kimball now to Tate Kimball. They're going to call Kimball for the travel, so we have a turnover right away for the Mustangs, as they will come out and press full court. Now they get it off to Ethan Rose. Rose now over on the far sideline to Kahn. Now attempted three, but pulls it back down. Shot from the left side is going to be up and no good. And out of bounds off of Sterling. So no score here to start off this game. 7:31 to go. Now Sterling picks up full court pressure against the Mustangs. Now Eric Kimball brings the ball up across half court. Gets it off to T.J. Bauer out on the left wing. Now back to Kimball. Wide open from the left side. Pulls it down. Gertner now to Joey Snyder underneath. His shot is going to be up and good for Joey Snyder. For the first 2 points of the game, shot is going to be up and good. I believe that was Ethan Rose that put that in for the Tigers. Now T.J. Bauer drives it in all the way up and going to be no good. Taken away by the Sterling Tigers. Drives it all the way down the lane, and the shot is going to be up and good once again by Rose. So Tate Kimball with the ball, picks up his dribble, gives it over to brother Eric. Now to T.J. Bauer out on the right wing, picks up his dribble back to Kimball. Kimball pivots and gives it off to Bauer. Now to Gertner to Tate Kimball in the left corner underneath the Schneider. Back out to Eric Kimball from the top. His shot is going to be off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded to Chaz Lebsock of Sterling. And it's going to be off of Kimball's leg and out of bounds. So Sterling to inbounds right of their basket baseline. Get the ball into Dusty Kahn. Shot is going to be up and good from the middle, and that is going to be Kahn, I believe, that put that in. So Tate Kimball now to get the ball across. He does get it down to Nate Gertner. It's Fort Morgan down 6-2 here early in the game. We're into 5:55 of the first period. T.J. Bauer for a two from just inside off the backboard straight away. So T.J. Bauer with a bucket. Now driving down the lane all the way. They're going to call a foul on the drive. Let's see who they put that on. That will be against the Mustangs. We'll see who that goes against. And I did not. It's going to go against Eric Kimball, number 33. So They were saying that was on the shot, so that sends number, who is that at the line? I can't see who that is. That Braden Lambrick, number 22, I believe. First free throw was up and good. Second shot is also good for Lambrick. So Tate Kimball with the ball. Sterling comes out with a press. Now Kimball goes down the left side, gets it over to Nate Gertner on the left wing. Gertner gets it now out to Bauer. Bauer to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball's shot is going to be off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Lebsock. Now over on the right side to Rose. Rose's shot is going to be blocked by Joey Schneider. Nice job there by Schneider. Now Tate Kimball with the ball. Crossed half court. Gets to Nate Gertner. Gertner's shot is going to be up and off the rim and no good. Rebounded though by Joey Schneider, and his shot is going to be no good, but he is going to be fouled on the play. So that will send Schneider to the line to shoot a pair. It looks like that foul is going to go against number 10, Chaz Lebsock. First team foul on Sterling. So Joey Schneider to the line to shoot 2. His first free throw is up and good. Three points on the night so far for Schneider. Second one is also good. 4 points on the night for Joey. 8-6 in favor of the Tigers. 5 minutes to go here. Steal by Fort Morgan. Now taken back by Sterling. Now taken back by Fort Morgan. Eric Kimball from the left side. His shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Rose. He gets it down court to Skiernak. Now out to Rose. Now a 2 from the left side is going to be up and good. And that is for Chaz Lebsock, his first 2 of the night. Now Fort Morgan with the ball in the front court. TJ Bauer picks up the dribble, gives it to Gertner. Now to Tate Kimball in the right corner. Schneider now to Bauer. Bauer in the left corner gets it back out to Eric Kimball. Kimball to Tate Kimball. As Fort Morgan works the ball around, looks to get that opening. Schneider out on the right wing. He dribbles into the right corner, kicks it back out to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball drives into the baseline, now kicks it off to TJ Bauer, and his shot is no good. Rebounded to Sterling. As Davis Lebsock brings it down court, now over to Rose. Rose, they're calling a foul on the floor before the shot goes up, and that's going to go against, let's see who it is. TJ Bauer, I believe it was number 5. It's his first foul. No, actually they gave it to Kimball. So his second. So Sterling looks to inbounds baseline. They do get it into Rose. His shot is going to be up and good. So 6 points on the night so far for Ethan Rose. 6'2" senior. Up 12-6. Now Tate Kimball, the little runner. And that is going to be up and good for Tate. As Trey McBride has come into the game, now they're going to call a foul on the drive. We'll see if it was on the drive or if it was going to be on the shot. So Eric Kimball has come out. I think they called, let's see who they called that on. That might have been Trey McBride. It was on Trey. His first. Now Sterling gets the ball in. Rose again with the shot. Going to be up and no good. Rebounded to Mustangs. Joey Schneider. Brian Almanza in as Bauer comes in. But Almanza loses the ball. Shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded though by Sterling. And that is going to be up and good by Wade Kellogg. His first 2 points of the night. So now Tate Kimball off to Gertner. Almanza out high. Tate Kimball over on the right side. Picks up his dribble. Now to Joey Schneider. Almanza in the left corner. Almanza drives it around to the right side. Now kicks it off to Kimball. Now to Schneider in the left corner with 2:40 to go. Fort Morgan down 14-8. Turnover underneath the basket as Schneider tried to get it back out from underneath. Now the layup is going to be up and good by Austin Chavez for the bucket. So Mustangs down 8 here with 2:20 to go. Tate Kimball shot is up and no good. Looks like they could have called a foul on that, but nothing was called. Now Fort Morgan steals the ball on the pass cross court. As Nate Gertner gets it across court, and Fort Morgan is going to call a timeout. This Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will get you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East. So Fort Morgan not hitting their against Stanley Lake, but they did find themselves down 12 in that game with Stanley Lake and did find their way to come back in with a lot of hustle. They came back and won that one 71-67. So we'll see what Coach Chad Unrein has in store here for the Mustangs. The head coach of the Fort Morgan Mustangs is Chad Unrein. His assistant coach is Harrison Chisholm and C.W. Scott. So Fort Morgan inbounds with Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball off to T.J. Bauer on the left wing. Now back to Almanza. Almanza to Gertner on the left wing. T.J. Bauer in the left corner. Holds the ball now to Almanza. Drives it right lane. His shot is going to be up and off the rim and no good, but rebound by Trey McBride. Puts it back up and in for Trey for his first 2 points of the night. Nice strong rebound and put back there by Trey. Cross court for Sterling. Now gets it back across to Chavez. Now a three is going to be out front, and that's going to be Davis Lebsoff for his first points tonight, and that will be a three. So 19-10 now for Sterling with 1:20 to go first period. Brian Almanza now to Bauer. Bauer now off to Gertner. Gertner out on the high right wing, now to Almanza. Almanza dribbles the ball around, gets it over to Bauer on the left wing as Fort Morgan looks to set up their offense. Kicks it back out to Tate Kimball, back to Bauer in the left corner. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Shot is up and good by Trey McBride as T.J. Bauer got it underneath to him. So 2 quick buckets for Trey. Now it's like something that the Mustangs can exploit right now. Trey, a freshman, is a pretty good sized kid in there. Now they're going to call a travel on Sterling. Trey McBride is a 6'3" freshman. Joey Snyder comes in for the Mustangs and Trey comes out. So nice little stint there for Trey McBride as he comes out for Joey Snyder. Sterling also with some changes. So Bauer into Tate Kimball. Down to 30 seconds here in the first period of play. Morgan down 7, 19-12. Now T.J. Bauer picks up his dribble to Kimball. Kimball to Almanza on the left wing. Gertner out high, now down to 20 seconds. Tate Kimball, left wing, now to Joey Snyder. He steps back, he gets it off to Bauer. Now down to 13 seconds. Tate Kimball out on the left high wing, dribbles down towards the left side of the lane, now back out to Snyder. Down to 5 seconds, now to Bauer with 3. Now a 3 is going to be up and off the rim and no good. So at the end of the first period, the Fort Morgan Mustangs are down to the Sterling Tigers, 19-12 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Sterling High School, where the Fort Morgan boys are down 19-12 to the Sterling Tigers here at the start of the second period of play as Eric Kimball is checked back in to the ball game. And I see Tate Kimball has come out. For the Mustangs, one note that we'll make here, Bladen Pollitt, a 6'1" senior, hurt his knee in the last game of the playoffs and don't know if he'll be able to play this basketball season or not. Layup by Ethan Rose was up and good. Now there's going to be a foul called underneath as Eric Kimball goes up for the shot. So he will go to the line to shoot 2. And I believe that was on number 13, Wade Kellogg, and that's who it was. So that will send Eric Kimball to the line for a pair. He was 11 of 13 Tuesday night. He hits his first here. his first point of the night. He did have, as you said earlier, 36 points in that game. Second shot also up and good for Kimball as Sterling gets the ball down court, tipped away momentarily, but brought back under control now as they get it across to Rose. Rose is going to go up, and his shot is going to be no good, but rebounded by Eric Kimball. Kimball gets it back from Schneider. Now to Almanza in the corner. He drives left elbow, gives it out to Bauer. Back to Kimball. Kimball gets it off to T.J. Bauer. Now to Gertner. Now to Almanza out high. With 7 minutes to go here, second period. Now back over to Bauer. Now underneath to Kimball. He kicks it out to Gertner. Gertner back to Bauer. 21-14 Sterling. Now kicks it out to Eric Kimball out high on the right wing. Now to Joey Schneider. Now there's going to be a foul as Schneider cuts through the lane. And it looks like that foul will also go against Wade Kellogg. So that will be his second real quick foul. Tate Kimball and Jesus Reyes are going to come in for the Mustangs as Nate Gertner and Brian Almanza take a seat. Now T.J. Bauer to inbounds right of the Morgan basket. Gets it into Schneider now to Tate Kimball to Reyes. Now to T.J. Bauer. Bauer for a three. That's off the rim and no good. And a rebound by Joey Schneider over the back. So that will be his fourth team foul on the Mustangs. 3 on Sterling. So we'll see if Fort Morgan, they will do a little bit of a press here. They're trying to get the ball in. That's got to be almost 5 seconds, but they didn't call it as they got it into James Skiernak. Now there's going to be a foul. There's a foul in the back court on Schneider. So that will be his quick second one. So he will come out, and Trey McBride will come in for the Mustangs. So Sterling, the inbounds far side, up 21-14 with 6:37 to go in the second period. The Rose gets it in, but then knocked out immediately by Jesus Reyes. So Sterling will retain possession of the ball. Now that was a turnover by Sterling as it was thrown out of bounds and behind the intended player. I didn't see who that was. The Austin Burkholder is the one that threw it out of bounds. Eric Kimball now drives to the center of the lane, kicks it back out to Reyes, now to Kimball. Kimball down the lane, gets it into Trey McBride, but it's going to be off of Trey's hand and out of bounds. So another turnover by the Mustangs. 6:18 to go here, just still down 21-14. Sterling looks to get the ball in. Fort Morgan with their full court press as they get the ball to Ethan Rose, a 6'2 senior, being guarded by Eric Kimball. Get it down court to Skiernak. Now back out to Kahn. Now back over into the corner to Lebsock. Lebsock out high to Rose. As Sterling looks to get their offense set up here. Now wide open out on the three, and that's going to be off the back of the rim and no good. But rebounded to Sterling. Now they're going to drive it down the lane. They're going to call an offensive foul against Sterling. I believe that will go on number 12, Davis Lebsock. We'll see who that will be his first foul. So that is a team foul also on Sterling. I thought a offensive foul was not a team foul, but maybe in high school it is. So now to Trey McBride, now cross court to T.J. Bauer. Bauer to Jesus Reyes, now to Tate Kimball. As the ball is taken away from Kimball, now taken back by Fort Morgan. Now it's going to be taken back by Sterling. Getting kind of sloppy here. So layup is going to be no good by Sterling, but the shot on the layup is going to be good. I believe that was up and good by Chaz Lebsock for bucket there to put the Sterling Tigers up 23-14 with 5 minutes to go here, second period. Nice jumper from the right side, but off the rim, no good. Rebounded to Trey McBride on the left side. He kicks it out to Bauer. Now out to Tate Kimball. To Reyes. Now TJ out on the left wing. Gets it back to Tate. Tate for a three from the far side is up and no good. Rebounded to the Sterling Tigers. Now they get it back out to Lebsock. Lebsock over to Chaz Lebsock. Now doing a little weave out front. Now underneath, but looked like it was going to be a clean block. And we'll see who they put that foul on for the Mustangs. Looks like it's going to go on Tate Kimball. Number will be his first. But that will be a shooting foul for the Sterling Tigers. Looks like it's number 12, Davis Lebsock, and his first free throw is good. 4 points on the night for Davis Lebsock. So TJ Bauer comes out, Nate Gertner back in for the Mustangs. 10-point lead now for the Sterling Tigers, 24-14 with 4:26 to go here in the second period. Next one is also up and good for Lebsock. So Tate Kimball gets the ball across half court, drives it down the lane. This pass is going to go to Harris Huff, who is also in the game for the Mustangs. That pass is going to be taken away. Now we're going to have a jump ball called on the floor. Possession to the Mustangs. So Jesus Reyes had come out and Harris Huff into the game for the Mustangs. Tate Kimball looks to get it in the baseline, gets it in to Nate Gertner. Left-handed shot is up and good by Gertner. His first two of the night. Now Tate Kimball puts some pressure on the backcourt. They lose it momentarily. Now Sterling gets it down court. Going to be stolen by Gertner in the front court. Now they get it back out to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball now to Trey McBride. Trey McBride is going to be lost and taken by Sterling. It's going to be it's going to count. The layup is going to count, and the foul for Dustin Kahn. And that foul, we'll see if that goes against Harris. If that will go against Harris Huff. His first of the game. 17 fouls on Fort Morgan. 4 on Sterling. But it will be a shooting foul. He will get since the basket did count, he will get a free throw. And that is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Tate Kimball. Now off to Eric Kimball. Harris Huff now to Tate Kimball. Kimball to Kimball. Into the lane is Eric Kimball. His little turnaround is up and good for Eric Kimball. His first bucket of the night. Gives him 4 points. 27-18 now for Sterling with 3:19 to go in the first half of play. Now a long three is up and good by Davis Lebsock. He was about 3 feet behind that three-point line. So Eric Kimball now over to Harris Huff. Harris Huff shot from the left side. Up and good for a three. Nice shot by Harris Huff. To answer that three by Sterling. 30-21. Fort Morgan down 9. As Fort Morgan is Sterling had picked the ball up. Now they get it back over to Lebsock, and his shot is going to be no good, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. It may be going Harris Huff on the. Let's see if I believe it was Harris Huff that got that foul. That will be his second. That will send, I believe it's Davis Lebsock back to the line to shoot 2. That first shot is up and good for Lebsock. So Almanza comes in for Harris Huff. For scoring updates throughout the course of this basketball season, follow us on Twitter at B106 or on our Facebook page at B106. We do updates at the end of each quarter, and at the end of the game, that shot is no good, but an over-the-back foul, and that will go against Dustin Kahn. So Fort Morgan to inbounds far court as Sterling will put on their full court press. 2:41 to go. Fort Morgan down 10, 31-21. As Tate Kimball has the ball taken away from him, now it's going to be saved back to Fort Morgan. So a nice job there. About 2 or 3 people to save that ball. Now there's going to be another foul on Sterling, and that will be number 3, and that is Austin Chavez, his first. So no shooting fouls yet for Fort Morgan. That is only 16 fouls on Sterling. As Eric Kimball looks to get the ball into Brother Tate. Now Almanza on the left wing, 2:26 to go, into Schneider, now to Eric Kimball. Kimball drives it down the lane, a little up and under is no good, but the rebound by Joey Schneider is good. 6 points on the night for Schneider. Now the drive to the bucket is going to be up and no good, rebounded by Eric Kimball. Now out to Tate Kimball as he gets across half court. Now to that pass is going to be well behind Nate Gertner. Fort Morgan down 8, 31-23 with 2:02 to go here in the first half of play. Sterling to inbounds as they get it into Chaz Lebsock. Kicks it out into the corner to Austin Burkholder. It's going to be tipped away momentarily and taken by Nate Gertner. His layup is going to be up and good for Gertner. His first 2 of the night. So nice steal and layup by Gertner. Bring this down to a 6-point game with 1:40. Now the pressure defense causes a travel on Sterling. So another turnover by the Tigers from the defense of Fort Morgan. So Eric Kimball to come out. TJ Bauer goes in for the Mustangs as we now have Tate Kimball and Brian Almanza, TJ Bauer, Nate Gertner, and Joey Schneider on the floor. Now over to Tate Kimball, down to 1:30, first period. Schneider shot from the left corner is up and good. Must have been a 2. I did not see a 3 sign, so it must have been up for 2. So drive down the lane is going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded to TJ Bauer as Rose has not connected on the last couple of free throws, or last couple of layups, excuse me. Now Brian Almanza drives it into the lane, and he's going to kick it out to Bauer. Bauer for a 3, and that's off the rim and no good. Long rebound, though, goes to Rose. Now the ball down court to Burkholder. Burkholder's 2 from the side is going to be up and good for his 2 points of the night. Now to Gertner. Gertner dribbles that out on the left wing. Now over to Almanza, right wing. Down to 40 seconds here in the second period of play as they get it to Tate Kimball on the right wing. He drives it down the left side, right side. His shot is going to be up and good for Tate Kimball. 4 points on the night for Kimball. That brings it down to a 4-point game. Now Rose takes it in all the way, and they're going to call a foul on the shot. And I believe that, see who that goes on. That is going to go against Tate Kimball, his second. And that will send Rose to the line to shoot a pair of free throws, his first attempts at the free throw line tonight. And this shot is going to be up and good for the first one. Equitable Savings and Loan, Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. They have the financial solutions for you. So Trey McBride comes back into the game, and Tate Kimball comes out. Next shot is going to be up and also good for Rose. 10 points on the night for Rose as Gertner gets the ball up to Almanza. Almanza now over to Bauer. Bauer for a 3 from the left side is off the back of the rim and no good. Fought for and taken by Gertner. Almanza now with a 3, and that shot is going to be off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Lebsock. Now they're going to call Lebsock with the, actually it's Burkholder with the carry over on the far sideline. So with 3.1 seconds to go, Fort Morgan will have a chance for a shot here, down 6, 35-29, as they get it into Almanza with 2 seconds with 1 second. He does not get the shot off in time. So at the halftime, the Fort Morgan Mustangs find themselves down 35-29 to the Sterling Tigers on B106 and B106.com. Sterling with the ball, and shot is going to be up and good by Lebsock for 2. That's 11 on the night for him. Fort Morgan down to Eric Kimball on the left wing. Gives it to Bauer out high. Now to take Kimball out on the right wing. He gets it back to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball to Tate Kimball in the corner. Underneath to Schneider, now back out to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball drives it down the lane. His shot is going to be blocked by Lebsock and taken away by the Sterling Tigers. As Rose sets up the offense out high, gets it off into the corner to Chaz Lebsock as he gets it back over to Davis Lebsock. Now taken away by the Fort Morgan Mustangs underneath as Joey Schneider takes it away. Eric Kimball now gets it to Bauer. Bauer from the side for the 3 is up and off the rim and no good. Now to Joey Schneider over on the right wing. Now to Eric Kimball for a 3, and that is off the back of the rim and no good. Now they're going to call a foul, and I think that's going to be on Joey. If that is, that'll be 3 on him. It was on Joey, so that will be 3 on Schneider. Fort Morgan down 8 with 6:39 to go here in the third period. So Sterling gets the ball inbounds as they get it over to Lebsock. Taken away by Gertner. Gertner drives it all the way down the lane, and that shot is going to be up and good on the layup for Gertner. Nice job by Nate Gertner. And he will go to the line to shoot 1. And that foul will go against, can't tell if it was number 10 or number 11. Goes against number 10. That will be 2 for him. So Gertner to the line for the free throw, and that is up and good for Gertner. So 5 points on the night for Nate. Now another steal by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. Now we're going to have a blocking foul, I guess, in the back on Joey Schneider. I'm not sure what that was all about. Apparently it was a offensive foul. I'm not sure what he did. So it was an illegal block. I'm not sure what it was for sure, but that will be 4 on Schneider as Trey McBride comes in for the Mustangs. As Coach Unrein wants to find out just what he did wrong. So they're explaining it to him, but I'm sure it won't satisfy him, whatever the explanation is. Especially after Fort Morgan had just stolen the ball away from Sterling. Fort Morgan down 5, 37-32 with 6:10 to go third period. Taken away now by Bauer under the basket. Gets it out to Kimball. Kimball gets it stripped from him by Lebsock. Now the shot is going to be up and no good, but there's going to be a foul on the play as it's going to be a push foul. That may be going against T.J. Bauer. It looks like it will. It'll be his first. But that will send Dusty Kahn to the line to shoot 2. So see what he does on his first free throw. That is off the rim. It bounces up and comes down through. So his first one is good. Better Electric, better quality, better service, better results. It's Better Electric and also the home of Sterling Tigers, or Sterling Trailers, your Big Tex headquarters. Second shot also up and good. 6 points on the night for Kahn. As Eric Kimball now with the ball in the back court. Now gets it up to Bauer, but now a late call. As they said, the ball bounced on the baseline, but T.J. Bauer taking about 3 dribbles with it, and then he finally blew the whistle. Really kind of a slow reaction there from his brain to his whistle. So now Sterling gets the ball up across half court with Lebsock. Gets it back to Rose. Rose now to Lebsock in the right corner. 7-point lead for Sterling Tigers as Lebsock gets it out to Davis Lebsock. Lebsock into the lane. This shot is going to be up and no good. It's going to be who they're going to call the foul on. Looks like it's going to be against Sterling. That will go against Dusty Kahn. Looks like he'll be his second. So Sterling with full court pressure. Eric Kimball gets it into Nate Gertner. Gertner back to Kimball, back to Tate Kimball. Now cross court to Nate Gertner. Now it's going to be a foul, another foul, and that will also go against Dusty Kahn as he runs into Gertner on the far side. So 3 team fouls on Sterling. 3 team fouls apiece on each team. So Fort Morgan inbounds far side, half court as they get it into Tate Kimball. Gets it over to Eric Kimball on the left wing. Gets it to Nate Gertner out on the right wing. Gets it back to Kimball. Kimball drives it left elbow, and that shot is up and no good. Off the board and rebounded to Sterling. Now Rose is going to take it down, and the shot is going to be TJ Bauer. Thought it should be a jump ball, but they're going to call a foul on Bauer. That will be number 2 on Bauer, and that will send Ethan Rose to the line to shoot 2. If this would have been the girls' game, that would have been a jump ball. I think they called 25 jump balls in that game. So Ethan Rose to the line for a pair, and that one is on the front of the rim and falls in. High Plains Bank. High Plains Bank offers a wide variety of products that can be customized to fit your individual needs. See if this second one is up and also good by Ethan Rose. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. 41-32, 9-point lead now. Shot is up and good. Oh, was in then out, but Nate Gertner was fouled on the layup. So Gertner will go to the line to shoot 2. And I believe that foul was on Wade Kellogg, his third. So Nate Gertner to the line for 2. Corf Continental is your GMC Chevrolet and Buick sales and service provider. Pre-owned super centers ready to serve you in Sterling, Yuma, Julesburg, Brush, and Fort Morgan. Find them at www.corfautogroup.com. First shot was no good. Second one for Gertner is good. So an 8-point lead for Sterling as Fort Morgan with their full court pressure. As they double team over in the corner. Now Chase gets it down court, but it's going to be out of bounds. So a turnover by Sterling from the pressure of the Mustangs. And that's just what Coach Chad Unrein is wanting to happen. And it will be a work in progress as these boys have only been together for about a week and a half, as half of these kids were on the football team. So as they get to know each other and know what their assignments are, it'll come together. So TJ Bauer out on the left wing. Drives it left baseline. His shot is going to be rejected by Rose. Now taken down court by Lebsock, and his layup is going to be up and good for 6 points on the night for Lebsock, his first of the second half. Shot is going to be up and no good by Fort Morgan. Now the fast break for the Sterling Tigers, and that shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a foul on Trey, I believe, on Trey McBride. And they will. That will be his second, but that will send James Skriniak to the line to shoot a pair. His first free throw is up and around and in. As Brian Almanza comes in for TJ Bauer. Tune in to 1010 Preps and More weekdays from 1 to 2 on 1010 KSIR for the latest in high school sports with John Beltran. Second shot is up and off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded to Trey. Gets it out to Tate Kimball. With 3:56 to go, the Mustangs down 44-33. Now the pass cross court is going to be taken away, and a foul is going to be called on Eric Kimball as he grabbed hold of, I believe it was James Skrniak. So third personal on Eric Kimball. 3 on Kimball, 4 on Schneider. As Sterling looks to get the ball in, they do get it into the backcourt to Skrniak. Now over cross court to Lebsock. Lebsock into the corner. Now as Sterling works the ball around, now it's going to be a 3 from the right side. It's going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Trey McBride. He gets it out to Tate Kimball. Kimball takes it all the way to the lane, up and no good, but Trey McBride with a strong rebound and put back for Trey for the 2. His first of the second half, as that brings the Mustangs to within 9, 44-35. Little runner is going to be up and good by Skrniak. His first bucket of the game. He has 3 on the night, 3 points on the night. Now to Brian Almanza as they get it into the front court. Nice strong layup there by Trey McBride. As we are going to have a 30-second timeout called here. We'll see who is. Fort Morgan has called this timeout. And this Fort Morgan timeout is brought to you by Early Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Early Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Early Toyota East. So we've got a nice crowd here with the following the Fort Morgan Mustangs. A nice group of students here from Fort Morgan, and also a number of parents and adults also that have showed up here. So we will get the ball in, 2:52 to go. Shot is going to be up and missed, but rebounded to Brian Almanza. Now to Sterling player, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded to Trey. They get it up to Brian Almanza. Almanza all the way in. They're going to call an offensive foul on Brian Almanza for his first. (46-37). In favor of Sterling. So that was an offensive foul. 17 fouls on Fort Morgan, 4 on the Sterling Tigers as they get it up across half court. Little jumper from the left corner is going to be up and no good, but he gets his own rebound. Now underneath to Rose, and his shot is going to be no good, but he is going to be called for the foul. So that foul was on Tate Kimball, his third. And that will send Rose to the line to shoot 2. That shot is up and off the rim and no good. So TJ Bauer comes in for the Mustangs as Tate Kimball comes out. Tate Kimball with 3 fouls now. So second shot coming up for Rose. That shot is up and off the back of the rim. He missed 2. He'd been perfect through the line. He was 4 for 4 until those 2 missed those 2. Now Eric Kimball, now they're going to call a foul on Rose as he tries to go through the screen set up by Trey McBride. So that'll only be his first. As Rose comes out for Sterling, now they get the ball. Fort Morgan gets the ball into Brian Almanza. Almanza back to Eric Kimball out high. Eric Kimball down the right side. Kicks it out. No, he's going to go up with a shot. Just can't get him to fall. Rebounded, though, by Sterling, and there's going to be a foul on the far side after the rebound, and I believe that's going to go against Nate Gertner. That will be his first. So we'll see if that will send Davis Lebsock to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 19 fouls on Fort Morgan, 5 on Sterling. So a 1-and-1, and that is up and good for Lebsock. Tate Kimball comes back into the game for the Mustangs as Nate Gertner comes out. The second shot coming up here for number 12, Lebsock, and that is good for Lebsock. Now they're going to have a foul on the far sideline. That foul is on number 13, Wade Kellogg. That will be 4 on Kellogg. As the ball is inbounded for Fort Morgan. Tate Kimball picks it up, gives it to Almanzo. Almanzo out on the left high wing, and now to Eric Kimball. Kimball into the lane, up and good for Eric Kimball. So only 6 points on the night for Kimball. That's going to be poked away first by Eric Kimball, then poked away again, but taken by Sterling. So a timeout was going to be called by Sterling. Coach Enright thought there should have been a 10-second call. We're going to see if they have a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout by Sterling. So Sterling up 48-39. Fort Morgan just cannot quite get this gap down. They had cut it down earlier to about 4 points or 5 points, and now it's back up to an 8-point lead. So fouls for Fort Morgan. We have T.J. Bauer with 2, Trey McBride with 2, Nate Gertner with 1, Tate Kimball with 3, Harris Huff with 2, Brian Almanza with 1, Joy Snyder with 4, and Eric Kimball with 3. And for the Sterling Tigers, Kellogg with 4, Dusty Kahn with 3, Lebsock and Rose and Chavez each with 1, and Chaz Lebsock with 2. So Sterling gets the ball in and works their offense as they have brought in, looks like some JV players possibly. Number 23, Aaron Burkhalter, taken away by Fort Morgan, though. Now there's going to be a foul called on the sideline, and that will go against Austin Burkhalter, his first. So that will send Trey McBride to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, as that is a 7th-team foul. So Trey's shot is up and no good. And Sterling comes down with the rebound, gets it down into the front court. Now drives it all the way into the lane. There's going to be a travel call, and that is against Davis Lebsock. Now Eric Kimball to inbounds first. Going to be a deep pass down to Trey McBride, and that pass goes out of bounds. I'm not sure just what they were looking for there with 48.7 seconds to go here in the third period of play. So the ball will be put back into play for Sterling down at the end line where it was thrown, where it was Fort Morgan possession, but since nobody touched it inbounds, it will go back to that spot. And Sterling looks to get the ball in. They're going to call a kick on Eric Kimball on the inbounds play. So Sterling to inbounds one more time from left of their basket. As Chaz Lebsock comes back in for Sterling. So do get the ball in to Lebsock. It's going to be tipped away momentarily and taken by Tate Kimball, and then there's going to be a foul on Sterling as I believe it was Chaz Lebsock tried to get the ball back. There's going to be a foul. Now the refs are having a discussion over there, so I'm not sure what they were. I believe that was on Chaz Lebsock, and it was. his third, so that will send Tate Kimball to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Tate Kimball usually a very good free throw shooter. So we'll see if Fort Morgan can cut into this lead a little bit. His free throw is off the rim and no good. And got his own rebound. And now Eric Kimball for a three from the left side is off the rim and no good. And fought for underneath and finally going to be taken away by Bauer. Almanza now with a three. That's off the rim and no good. Trey McBride fighting for it. And finally taken away by Sterling. Now it's going to be knocked out of bounds off of Tate Kimball. So a lot of action going on under the basket. Nobody scoring, but a lot of action going on with 25.2 seconds to go. Fort Morgan down 9, 48-39. As they get the ball in to Lebsock. They weave around. Now it's Chase all the way to the Rose, all the way to the lane, up and good for Rose. Just kind of part of the lane there, and he went in for the bucket with 5 seconds to go. Sterling now up 11 as Fort Morgan throws the ball away, but the Sterling Tiger steps out of bounds on the far side, so Fort Morgan will get it back with 2.7 seconds to go. Here in the third period, down 11, 50-39. So they get it into Brian Almanza. Almanza's three is up and off the front of the rim and no good. So at the end of three, the Fort Morgan Mustangs are down to the Sterling Tigers, 50-39 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Sterling High School, where the Mustangs find themselves down 11 to start the fourth period to the Sterling Tigers. The Fort Morgan Mustangs were outscored in that third period by 5, 15-10. So now Fort Morgan has some work to do here to try to get caught up here, down 11. And Fort Morgan with possession as they throw it to Tate Kimball in the back court. Gets it off to Eric Kimball on the right wing, now to Nate Gertner out high. Now Bauer back to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball, looks like his pass is going to end up going out of bounds. Oh, it was tipped. Okay, tipped by Chaz Lebsock. So now Fort Morgan will throw the ball in just about midcourt as Eric Kimball will bring the ball in. Gets it into Tate as Joey Snyder has come back into the game for the Mustangs. Now Tate Kimball kicks it out to T.J. Bauer. T.J. Bauer just inside the three-point line. Now they're going to call Eric Kimball over the back on the foul on the long rebound. So that will be 4 on Eric Kimball. And that will be 10 team fouls on Fort Morgan. So that will be a 2-shot foul now for Sterling as James Skurniak, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly, will go to the line to shoot 2. His first one is off the rim and no good. Ackley Building Center, your one-stop center for home improvement projects. Ackley Building Center, located at 1402 Mill Street in Brush, is your one-stop shop for flooring, paint, tools, appliances, and more. So the second free throw is up and good this time. 4 points on the night for James Skurniak. So Fort Morgan with the ball up court. Now Nate Gertner gets it off to T.J. Bauer. Bauer to Eric Kimball. Kimball out to Gertner. Gertner for a 3, and he is going to be fouled on the shot, so Gertner will get to go to the line for 3. And that foul, I believe, is on Ethan Rose, his second personal. So Nate Gertner to the line for 3. Gertner was 2 of 3 so far tonight from the free throw line. His first one is up and good. His second shot up and off the front of the rim and no good. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery, your perfect combination. Open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday and Saturday 7 until 4. Stop by and see them at 921 Edison Street in Brush today. And that free throw also no good, so Gertner only 1 of 3 from the line on that trip. Knocked out of bounds by Fort Morgan now as Rose gets the ball up court and kick it off into the right corner. And now from deep out front, a shot is up and no good by Lebsock. It's going to be taken back by Sterling, though. Sterling works the ball around, now gets it in the lane to Chase, but his shot is blocked, but he gets his own rebound back. Down to 6:42 here in the fourth period. Fort Morgan down 11, 51-40. Now a shot from the far side is no good, rebounded by Tate Kimball. She is being hounded by Sterling, but he does get control, gets it off to Eric Kimball. Eric Kimball back to Tate Kimball. Now to Joey Snyder, back to Tate, to Eric. Eric from the right sideline, shot is up and no good. He can't get a shot to go here tonight. Taken by Rose. And that ball is thrown over the head of the intended Tiger down low and out of bounds. So Fort Morgan will take control of the ball. We'll see what's... We have a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here as the Mustangs find themselves down 11, 51-40. So Eric Kimball, after a Tuesday night explosion of points of 36, only has 6 tonight so far. But we still have 6 minutes and 14 seconds. See if he can get on track. The high score tonight so far for the Mustangs looks to be Nate Gertner with 7. Well, actually, it's Trey McBride has 8. He had 4 at halftime, and he has another 4 here in the third period of play. Or in the third period, he had 4 points. So far, we only have the 1 free throw for Gertner. So Fort Morgan inbounds as far in as Eric Kimball brings it in, and his shot is going to be blocked. They're going to call a foul on the shot. We'll see if that's going to go against Rose and who they're going to put that on. That will be on Ethan Rose, his 3rd, but that will send Eric Kimball to the line for 2. 6:03 to go, fourth period. Eric Kimball's first shot bounces around and in. So it looks like Brian Almanza getting ready to come in for the Mustangs. The next dead ball. Eric Kimball's next shot is up and good. So Brian Almanza comes in for Trey McBride. State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call at 842-4555. So Sterling with the ball down court. Shot is going to be up and good by Chaz Lebsock. 8 points on the night for Lebsock. Still 11-point lead here for Sterling as Eric Kimball has the ball tipped away and then goes out of bounds. So Fort Morgan will get the ball back as they will throw the ball in just to the right of their bench. So Tate into Eric. The Kimball combination now to Gertner on the left wing. Now off to Joey Schneider out high to Kimball on the right wing. Now to Eric Kimball straight away. Now to Brian Almanza. Nice screen by Eric Kimball as Almanza goes down the court or down the lane. The shot is up and no good by Joey Schneider. Rebounded by Davis Lebsock of Sterling. Now Chaz Lebsock brings it up court. Fort Morgan still down 11, 53-42. Fort Morgan just can't buy a basket tonight. Now the ball should have been a double dribble, I thought, but they didn't give it to him. Now they're going to call a foul on the rebound after the shot. And they're giving that one, I think, to... gave it to Brian Almanza. his second. That will send Ethan Rose to the line to shoot 2, and that one is up and good. 15 points on the night for Rose. As Almanza comes out and Trey McBride back into the game for the Mustangs. As they let a Sterling Tiger fill the lane. So Ethan Rose for his second shot. That shot is going to be up and also good. 6 of 8 so far from the free throw line for Rose. Eric Kimball now off to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball down the lane. His shot is going to be up and no good, but he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And we'll see who that foul will go against. Davis Lebsock, his second. So Tate Kimball to shoot a couple of free throws for the Mustangs. The first one is up and good. 5 points on the night for Tate. Atwood Steakhouse, home of the $8.95 dinner menu during the week and the best prime rib on Friday and Saturdays. Second shot also good for Kimball. 11-point lead still, 55-44. Trey McBride comes out. Brian Almanza back in for the Mustangs. As Sterling looks to get the ball in. That was a 5-second call. Nice job by the Mustangs to prevent the inbounds. So a turnover by Sterling. So Fort Morgan will get the ball baseline left of their basket with 4:46 to go, down 55-44. As they get it into Joey Snyder. Snyder's little jumper from the left side is up and good. So 10 points on the night for Snyder. As now they try to get the ball in, and Snyder gets it down to Eric Kimball. Kimball for a 3, and that is off the back of the rim and no good. But rebounded to Tate Kimball. Tate Kimball to Almanza. Almanza down the lane. His layup is going to be off the rim and no good. But he gets his own rebound. That shot is going to be up and good for Almanza. His first 2 points of the night. Fort Morgan down 7 now, 55-48. As Chase brings it all the way down, and the layup is going to be up and good for Rose. So back to the 9-point lead. Gertner now, his shot is up and no good. A lot of contact going on, not being called now here at the end of the game. So Rose now, that's going to be 5 fouls on Schneider as he hits Rose on the top of the head as he goes by for the layup. But that will foul out Joey Schneider. So Ethan Rose back to the line to shoot 2. B&J Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs from clogged drains to a major construction project. Just give them a call at 522-3828. So Schneider goes out of the game scoring 10 points on the night, leading scorer for the Mustangs. Farmers Insurance Agency, Brenda Robinette, your farmer's agent, will work to provide unique, customized coverage at an affordable price. So the first shot is up and good for Rose. So he will get another one now, back to a 10-point lead for Sterling. With 3:52 to go here in the game, the second shot is up and also good. So he is 4 of 4 here from the free throw line in the fourth period. So Tate Kimball gets the ball down underneath to Nate Gertner, and he is fouled on the shot from the right side. So he will go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul will go against Davis Lebsock, his third. So Nate Gertner will see if he can go back to the line and connect. He was only 1 of 3 from the last time he was there. This time the first one is good. So back to that 10-point lead again, 59-49 for Sterling. Second shot is off the rim and rolls in. So a nice night here for Gertner. Now as Drew Gerken comes in for the Mustangs. So you have Tate Kimball, Brian Almanza, Nate Gertner, Drew Gherkin and Eric Kimball into the game for the Mustangs. Now Lebsock with the ball. Now he gets it off to Kahn. Now back to Rose. Rose down the lane, but his pass is going to be behind Lebsock and out of bounds. So Fort Morgan try to cut into this lead. They're going to put Trey McBride back in, and Drew Gherkin will come out. So see if we can feed Trey McBride down low and see if he can get some baskets down here, get some points, see if we can cut into this lead here a little bit. So Tate Kimball passes over to Eric Kimball, now to Almanza in the left corner. Now underneath to Trey McBride. They call an offensive foul. I didn't even see hardly any contact. I don't know where they came up with that at. He must have that in his pocket, needed to use it tonight. Called Trey McBride for a offensive foul. I don't know like there was hardly any contact there whatsoever for what has been going on underneath the basket the last few trips down the court. But I believe there is going to be a full timeout taken here, so we'll take one with them with 3:14 to go. The Mustangs down 9 on B106 and B106.com. Back at Sterling High School, Brian Nickel with Claudia Nickel. The Fort Morgan Mustangs down 9, 59-50 with 3:14 to go here in the fourth period of play. Now Sterling to inbounds. They're looking to go deep and then got it into a closer player. Now they get it across, not quite cross half line. Now they get it over to Lebsock into the corner to Rose, but he does not shoot. He kicks it back out to Skurniak, so we'll see if they're just going to try to run some time off the clock as they cut through the lane. And now Lebsock gets it off to Kahn. Kahn now back to Lebsock. Lebsock all the way in, but he's going to kick it out for the three, and that is up and no good. To get to Tate Kimball down the right sideline. He's going to bring it all the way down. His shot is going to be up and no good, but he is fouled on the play. And that is James Skurjanik. I believe maybe that's the proper way that you say that. That will be his first. So Tate Kimball to the line to shoot 2. So Tate Kimball has 6 points on the night, so we'll see if he can add to that with a couple of free throws here. Get this down to a 7-point game. 2:36 to go. First free throw is up and good by Tate Kimball. 3 of 3 so far here in the fourth period of play. Next shot is up and also good. So back down to a 7-point game here with 2:33 to go. As Sterling gets the ball across half court. Nice defense by the Mustangs, but we're going to kick it out to Rose. His 3 is up and off the rim and no good. But rebounded to Kahn. Now back into the corner to Kahn, but it's going to be thrown away in the backcourt. And Tate Kimball's going to go in for the layup, and that is going to be up and good for Tate Kimball. For the bucket, now a 5-point game, 59-54, as Sterling now throws it away, and Fort Morgan with it. Nate Gertner down the lane. He is going to be fouled on the reach-in by Ethan Rose. That will be 4 on Rose. So that will send Nate Gertner to the line to shoot 2. So we'll see if we'll have a timeout here called by Sterling with 1:53 to go. It's a full timeout, so we'll take one with him. 59-54 Sterling on B106 and B106.com. Back at Sterling High School, the last 1 minute and 53 seconds of the ball game as Nate Gertner will go to the line after he was fouled on the layup. So we'll see if we can get this down to a 3-point contest here, and the first one is up and good by Gertner. He has hit 4 free throws here in the fourth period. Second shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Sterling to Ethan Rose. Rose gets it up across half court. I don't know why they didn't call that an offensive foul. Rose pushed off, knocked Eric Kimball clear to the ground, but no call there. We're down to a minute 40, 59-55, excuse me. Now they're going to call Drew Gerken for the foul. So that will be his first, and that will send Dusty Kahn to the line for a pair of free throws. So we'll see what Dusty Kahn does from the free throw line. This will be, he is 2 of 3 so far from the free throw line. This first shot is up and good. So back up to that 5-point lead. And Drew Gerken comes out. Trey McBride back in for the Mustangs. That one is no good. Rebounded by Trey McBride. Oh, they call it jump. How do you get a jump out of that? Oh, my gosh. If it was anything, it should have been an over the back on Sterling, and Trey McBride had possession. They call it jump. So Sterling with possession now as they get into Rose. He comes in from the right side on the break for the layup. So 7-point game. Now Eric Kimball, his little jumper from the left side is going to be no good. As Fort Morgan tries to put a press on here, down with a minute 17. Now they're going to call Eric Kimball for a foul on the reach. And if that is on Eric, that will be 5 on Kimball. That will foul him out of the game. Looks like Drew Gerken ready to come in for the Mustangs. So Trey thought he was coming out, but Trey needs to stay because Eric Kimball was just fouled out, so he is out. So this will send Dusty Kahn back to the line to shoot 2. Sterling up 7, 62-55. The first free throw is up and good. For Kahn. His second free throw is going to be up and also good. So 8 points on the night for Kahn. It's going to be a steal on the inbounds play, but blocked by Tate Kimball. Nice job there by Kimball. And now there's going to be a foul called on Chaz Lebsock as he runs by Tate Kimball. So that will be 4 on Kimball. That will on Lebsock, and that will send Tate Kimball to the line to shoot 2. The first one is going to be short. So Kimball with one more. Fort Morgan down 9, 64-55, and that free throw is up and good for Tate. Now as Sterling gets the ball in. Little pressure at half court as Nate Gertner comes up on the Sterling Tiger. Now Sterling to throw the ball around here a little bit. We're under a minute to go, down to 50 seconds. As now Drew Gerken does the foul just to try to get the ball back. So Gerken with his second. And that will send James Skurjanek back to the line to shoot 2. 8-point lead for Sterling with 48.5 seconds to go, and that first free throw is around and in. So shot number 2 coming up here is up and also good. Back to the 10-point lead for Sterling as Fort Morgan gets the ball inbounds, gets to Drew Gerken. Gerken now to Tate Kimball. Kimball into the lane now to Almanza. Almanza for a 3, and his shot is going to be up and off the rim and no good. And rebounded to Sterling, but there's going to be a push foul on the end line. Let's see who they're going to give that to. And that will also go to Drew Gerken, his third. And that will send Chaz Lebsock to the line for a pair of free throws. B&J Plumbing can handle all your plumbing needs from clogged drains to a major construction project. Just give them a call at 522-3828. first free throw is no good. So now Tate Kimball and Nate Gertner come out. And we will see Jesus Reyes and Harris Huff into the game for the Mustangs. Down to 31.3 seconds. The Mustangs down 10. Now they're down 11. As Lebsock hits his second free throw. So now Jesus Reyes brings the ball up court. Gets it out to Almanza out high. We're down to 20 seconds and counting here. To be the first loss of the season here for the Mustangs. Drew Gherkin all the way in for the layup. So nice job by Gherkin. For his first 2 points of the fourth period, down to 10 seconds. Now they're going to call a blocking foul on Trey McBride. That will be number 4 on McBride. So that will send James Skurjanek back to the line for 2. As the Mustangs are the only ones in the lane, Sterling has pulled their players back. That first free throw is going to be off the front of the rim and no good. Novus Auto Glass. Novus Auto Glass repair and replacement. Novus gets you back on the road. So it's 8.4 seconds. The second free throw is up and no good. Trey McBride with the rebound to Brian Almanza. Down to 4 seconds, down to 3. Now to Almanza. Almanza is going to shoot a 3 off the rim and no good. Excuse me. So at the end of the game, the Sterling Tigers will win this one over the Fort Morgan Mustangs 67-58. We'll be back with the post-game show in 3 minutes on B106 and B106.com. Back at Sterling High School, where the Fort Morgan boys have gone down 67-58 to the Sterling Tigers. This Fort Morgan Mustangs postgame show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. So scoring goes like this tonight for the Sterling Tigers. Austin Chavez with 2, Ethan Rose with 22, Dusty Kahn with 9, Davis Lebsock with 13, Wade Kellogg with 2, Braden Lambrecht, with 2, Austin Burkholter with 2, Chaz Lebsock with 8, and James Skurjanek with 6 for their 67. Scoring for the Fort Morgan Mustangs is TJ Bauer with 2, Trey McBride with 8, Nate Gertner with 10, Tate Kimball with 11, Harris Huff with 3, Brian Almanza with 2, Joey Snyder with 10, Drew Gherkin with 4, and Eric Kimball with 8 for the Mustangs for their 58 points. As far as turnovers go, I believe that's what they had the other night, 16 turnovers for the Mustangs. Sterling had 23 rebounds. Looks like the Mustangs were out-rebounded in this game 18-13. But it was a nice job by Trey McBride. He, as a freshman, coming in and getting some nice playing time, getting 8 points on the night from underneath. So nice job by Trey. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, December 16th, when the boys will play at Erie, and that will be a 7 o'clock game. So be sure to tune in Tuesday, December 16th, and listen to the boys basketball against Erie. They will be playing this week, but it will be a tournament, and we will not be covering those games. But we will be back on the 16th, so be sure to come back and listen. We're going to go ahead and close this out tonight. The sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball has been Braden Godin. For Claudia Nickel, I'm Brian Nickel. We have 2 scores tonight. The girls lose 55-27. The boys go down 67-58 to the Sterling Tigers. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com.